There is a damaging stereotype in America that says black fathers are absent, that we do not stay in the home, provide for our children, or participate in their lives. But that stereotype does not tell the complete truth. It does not describe my father. It does not describe me. It does not describe my sons. And it does not describe the many black fathers I have personally known. My family story is one of generations of black men working, serving, providing, purchasing homes, supporting their children, and remaining present. Today, I want to challenge the absent black father myth with facts and with the lived experience of my own family. Welcome to Target Zone with Willie Smith. If you believe positive stories about black families need to be heard, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs to see a more complete picture of black fatherhood. This conversation is not about pretending that every black family has the same experience. Some children have experienced the pain of an absent or uninvolved father, and that pain should never be dismissed. But individual struggles cannot be used to condemn an entire group of men. We must also tell the stories of the black fathers who stayed, worked, sacrificed, taught, protected, coached, encouraged, and provided. Those fathers deserve to be seen. Section 1. My father's example. My understanding of fatherhood began at home. My father lived in our home. He worked every day, supported his family, and hardly ever missed work unless he was truly ill. And he had to be very ill before he stayed home. He did not need to give a speech about responsibility. He demonstrated responsibility through his daily actions. He got up, he went to work, he provided, he came home to his family. His consistency taught me that fatherhood was not simply a title, it was a lifelong commitment. My father's example became the foundation upon which I built my own life as a man and as a father. Section 2, being present for my son. When I became a father, I understood that providing financially was important, but I also knew that my sons needed my presence. They needed to know that their father saw them, supported them, and took an interest in what mattered to them. I attended their football games, I attended their basketball games, I attended their track meets, I watched them compete, grow, experience victories, and learn from disappointments. Every time I showed up, I was communicating something without having to say it aloud. Son, you matter to me. Your life matters. What you are doing matters. I am here. I did not simply claim the title of father. I accepted the responsibility of fatherhood. Section 3, fatherhood during military service. Military service is an important part of my family's story, but military service and fatherhood are not being compared. My point is that even with the responsibilities, sacrifices, long hours, separations, and demands of military life, the men in our family continue to make fatherhood a priority. I remained involved in my son's lives during my military service. Service to my country did not cancel my responsibility to my family. My children's mother also grew up with her father in the home. He served in the United States Air Force while supporting and providing for his family. Today, my 2 sons are serving in the military while remaining present for their own families. They are supporting their children. They are providing for their households. They are purchasing homes where my granddaughters can grow, feel secure, and build their own memories. Military service does not define our fatherhood. It demonstrates that even while carrying demanding professional responsibilities, generations of men in our family continue to show up for their children. Section 4, a generational legacy. This is what generational black fatherhood looks like in my family. My father was present for me. I was present for my sons. Now my sons are present for their daughters. My granddaughters are receiving the security, guidance, love, and protection of involved fathers. They are also watching their fathers work, serve, provide, and build stable homes. That example can influence how they see themselves, how they understand healthy family relationships, and what they expect from the people who enter their lives. This legacy did not happen by accident. One generation demonstrated responsibility to the next. The lesson was observed, received, practiced, and passed forward. That is the power of a present father. His influence does not end with one child or one household. It can reach his children, grandchildren, and generations he may never live to meet. Section 5, we are not alone. My family is not the only family with this story. Many of my friends stayed in their homes, supported their children, worked every day, served their country, and provided for their families. They attended games, school programs, graduations, and important family events. They helped guide their children into adulthood. Some of them served in the military while continuing to fulfill their responsibilities as fathers. These men may not appear in viral videos or negative headlines, but they exist. They are in our neighborhoods. They are in churches. They are on military bases. They are working in factories, offices, hospitals, schools, small businesses, and public service positions. They are coaching teams, helping with homework, teaching their children how to drive, and encouraging them to prepare for the future. The fact that their stories are not always publicized does not mean they are uncommon or unimportant. We should also look honestly at the statistics. Federal data for 2023 show that approximately 44.6% of Black children lived in two-parent households. Another 5.5% live with their fathers as the sole resident parent. Together, that means approximately half of Black children live in a two-parent or father-only household. The data also show progress. The percentage of Black children living with two parents increased from approximately 37.5% in 2008 to 44.6% in 2023. At the same time, we must understand what household statistics can and cannot tell us. Two parents does not always mean two married biological parents. It can include unmarried parents, adoptive parents, and step-parents. More importantly, a household survey tells us where a child lives. It does not completely measure how much love, time, guidance, financial support, or emotional support a father provides. A father can live outside his child's primary household and still remain involved. That is why non-resident and absent should not automatically be treated as if they mean the same thing. Section 7, involvement beyond the address. A detailed federal study of fathers found that many Black fathers were highly involved in their children's daily lives. Among Black fathers living with children under 5, 78% ate meals with their children every day. 70% helped bathe, dress, diaper, or assist their young children with using the toilet daily. That was the highest percentage among the racial groups compared in that study. Among Black fathers living with school-age children, 41% helped with or checked homework every day, compared with 28% of white fathers and 29% of Hispanic fathers. The study also found meaningful involvement among Black fathers who did not live with their children. These statistics do not prove that every father is involved. No responsible person should make that claim. What they demonstrate is that the stereotype of the universally absent and uncaring Black father is false. A mailing address alone cannot measure fatherhood. It cannot measure the phone calls. It cannot measure the financial support. It cannot measure the rides to practice. It cannot measure the conversations after a difficult day. It cannot measure the lessons, protection, prayer, discipline, encouragement, or love. Fatherhood must be measured by responsibility, relationship, involvement, and consistent action, not simply by an address. Section 8, the impact of the myth. The absent father stereotype causes real harm. First, it erases responsible Black fathers. A man can work, provide, serve his country, attend his children's activities, and guide them into adulthood, yet still feel invisible because society continually repeats one negative image. Second, the stereotype can harm Black children. When children repeatedly hear that Black fathers are naturally absent, irresponsible, or uncaring, they may begin to question their families and their identities. Third, it distorts public understanding. If we only discuss Black fatherhood through failure, we ignore the fathers who are successfully raising children and the lessons we could learn from them. Four, the stereotype lowers expectations. Black boys need to know that responsible fatherhood is part of their heritage. They need examples of men who remain committed to their families even when life was demanding. Finally, the myth can divide families and communities by replacing individual truth with a racial assumption. Every father should be judged by his actions, not by a stereotype assigned to his race. Section 9, the outcome we should seek. The goal of this conversation is not to deny the challenges facing some Black families. The goal is truth, balance, recognition, and progress. We should support fathers who are already present. We should encourage fathers who are trying to rebuild relationships with their children. We should mentor boys and young men before they become fathers. We should honor men who work, serve, sacrifice, and provide without expecting public recognition. We should also create space for Black fathers to tell their own stories. When present fathers are recognized, boys receive examples they can follow. When responsible fatherhood is celebrated, families become stronger. When fathers and children are supported, communities benefit. And when stereotypes are replaced with facts and lived experiences, people can finally see Black fathers as complete human beings, not as a negative statistic. My father was in the home. He worked every day and provided for his family. I carried that example into my own fatherhood, remaining present for my sons and attending their football games, basketball games, and track meets, even while navigating the responsibilities of military service. Their maternal grandfather served in the Air Force and remained present in his family. Today, my sons are serving in the military, raising their children, supporting their families, and purchasing homes for my granddaughters. This is not a story of absence. It is a story of presence. It is a story of work. It is a story of military service. It is a story of sacrifice. It is a story of home ownership. It is a story of fathers passing responsibility from one generation to the next. Black fathers are working. Black fathers are serving. Black fathers are providing. Black fathers are attending games and school events. Black fathers are purchasing homes. Black fathers are raising sons and daughters. Black fathers are building legacies. We are not exceptions to Black fatherhood. We are part of the truth about Black fatherhood. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with a father, son, daughter, or family who needs to hear this message. It is time to tell the complete story of Black fatherhood. If your father was present, or if you are a father who has remained committed to your children, share part of your story in the comments. Let us fill the comment section with the stories that stereotypes leave out. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with a father, son, daughter, or family who needs to hear this message. It is time to tell the complete story of Black fatherhood.